they couldn't understand in their mind why I like going back to the ends. And I couldn't understand in my mind why they would be happy to look like this all the way up in Essex, but not like this on your block. Don't you want the respect? But then obviously they shared their personal experiences with me, and I won't go into detail of that. And I can understand where they're coming from, but all I heard in my head was, well, you shook. But really and truly, what they were saying was what they was giving was wisdom. I didn't see it then. A bad experience on ends had to happen to me for me to see that wisdom. You know, so sometimes he who does not hear must feel. And they were showing me this is gonna happen. And when it did happen, again, something that I never thought would happen in my lifetime on my block, it happened. And that was the time I could honestly say I knew the difference between being violated and being hurt. There is a big difference between being violated and being hurt.
What's the difference between being violated and being hurt?
When someone violates you, you know, you can do and undo. You can turn a person over. When someone hurts you, it becomes really personal. You don't even know how to be. You don't even know how to react as far as in an aggressive manner. The pain is completely different. You've hurt my feelings, bro. Like, you've hurt me. What kicks in is not get back. What kicks in straight away is pain. Like, how could you do that to me? Why me? I've given you everything I could possibly give you. There's no amount of freedom I haven't risked for any one of you. You did that to me. Me. To the point where, you know what, I know what I could do the next day. Because as far as I'm concerned, boy, we told pound for pound, I'll knock you out. But I can't even bring myself to fight you. I'll give you an example one time. You know, I was playing with him one time. Obviously, he's boisterous, innit? Like, there ain't no girls on Alma Street, man. Like, look, man, they're just bare guys. You know, everyone's just trying to be rough. Namix is trying to do this. Yeah, everybody's trying to, you know, he's jiu-jitsu, chin-ups in the park and that. It's all done. And I must have pulled his pants down. Like, I was just joking with him, innit? Like, I'm taking a piss, innit? And I swear to you, yeah, he was saying, like, allow it, but I didn't. I was still laughing. I was still finding it funny, innit? Then he must have after I stopped, he must have put his pants up and that. And if you see how red he was, yeah, of anger, I was like, "Bro, what's wrong with you, man? I'm just joking with you." And he offered me out, and he was gonna go for me. And I looked at him. I'll knock him out. But I looked at him and I thought to myself, "Bro, are you actually gonna go for me?" And at that point there, you know, for most people, it'd be like, yeah, let me knock him out to whatever else. For me, it was like, for the fact that you feel so much venom towards me, I can't bring my hands to touch you. You know, me and you are like, we're locked in. You're my family, my guy. I actually said, you know what, thanks for that. And I walked away. And I went home. I was so upset. You're talking about a time where I'd knock you out for free. In fact, you're talking a time where I didn't go to parties to party. I went for the scrap. But I couldn't bring myself to fight him, even though he offered me out. Because him offering me out, it actually hurt my feelings. Like, I was even more scared of the fact that you don't even my friend anymore. like, rah, what's going on? Do you get what I'm saying? It didn't make no sense. Because our relationship is mad. It's no different between me and you and your party. I've come to your party. Fair enough, you didn't want me to come to the party. That's your own business. Troublemakers, and I get it. I ain't going to sit here and say I don't get it. And obviously, I tried my best to maintain myself, and I couldn't, and it is what it is. Now, everybody's talking about, yeah, you send him, you can't send him, you can't talk to him, you've had to come and talk to me. But it's like, if in my heart, I felt that you couldn't come and talk to me and tell me, Gabz, it's time for you to go home, I'd be actually scared. Because away from all my madness, it's still me, you know. It's Gabz, bro, it's me. What's going on? So when you come to me and tell me, bro, Gabz, time for you to go home now, did I argue with you? Did I make a fuss? What did I do? So say no more, I'll see you in the end. Going home. I'm more worried about you not being my friend anymore, being with me as a brother anymore than anything else, if I'm being honest. But to the outside, my guy, there's no feelings. I'll cane you. I won't even think about it. I'll just cane you. I don't care. Do you know what I mean? So when you embrace people different, the pain that you feel when they do that kind of betrayal to you, it's a bit nuts. And I was betrayed. Yeah, that pain when the two of them, I don't want to say their names, when they came to my house that day, I'll never forget. To today, I drop a tear sometimes about that thing. Not for one of them, because one of them, I'm not gonna lie, he wasn't really, I didn't embrace him the way I embraced the other one. The other one, me and him, you know, it was different. You know what I mean? Still love him till now, and that's what's mad. After all that, I still do love that particular guy. He's a brother of mine. He's been nicked for me, as in taken. Listen, me and him is different. Locked in. What went in his head that day, I don't know. And even that day, I could see, even as he's saying it, he couldn't even look me in the face. Even as he was talking, he didn't want to do this. He felt like he had to. But, you know. So pain and being violated, there's a big difference. There's a big difference.
Well, that stuff could impact a lot of people, and I know it definitely affected you.
Definitely affected me, but more than anything, everything that Biggs and Zaza were saying, and it was preventable. But them times there, it's like, you're just taking their wisdom as weakness. But the reality is that it was wisdom. They gave me, they were giving me free games. Like, look, the more money you get, the more evil I happen. But as far as I'm concerned, boy, money or no money, evil I know. The game is the game. You know what I'm saying? So if you're on it or you're not on it. And if you're not on it, go find someone that's on it and be the bitch for that guy. You know what I'm saying?
So let's stay on the whole business vibe, because like what you shared, it would affect anyone and how they have relationships in the business world. And you know, when you're doing business and it's all like legit and stuff like that, a lot of trust has to be placed that, okay, the person you're working with won't fuck you over. Now, how did that like affect how you navigate in the world of business now? Because obviously you're an entrepreneur as much as a mentor and a myriad of other things now. How did that affect you choosing the right business partners?
I'm not gonna sit there and say I had a formula for choosing the right business partners. I just understood my role in business. I understood that there's principles that come with this. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. You know, I understood the importance of understanding your value, and your value not being what you personally think your value in whatever project is that's going on. How relevant are you to what's going on? And if your relevance to what's going on is not that important, then you're gonna have to figure out how to make yourself important before you can ever have toe-to-toe conversations with someone. So me picking, let's say, my business partner now, I didn't pick him. We grew in the role. When I started in 2014, when I started working in 2014, I didn't come into that knowing him. I came into that simply to get pay slips so I can buy the yards. Do you get what I'm saying? So I had no intention of staying or even knowing him. And even then, when I got in there, I didn't know him. The one thing that saved me is that I understood the game. I understood that road is no different from the working world. If I came into the game on road as a bucky, I came in as a bucky. You had to work your way up to be able to talk with a bit of vim. When I came into the working world, the transition, obviously, naturally, is going to be difficult. That transition is a whole nother segment. But what you have to accept is that no matter how much money you have or have made there doing that, all you are is a support staff. So I had to remember that the game there and the game here, although they're two different, they're very similar. Because there's some people that's been there for 15 years and they are in a different position. You've just come in, you can't just talk. You have to play your role. The only thing that saved me is that I'm only doing this so that I can do other things. Whereas the difference between like me and them is that they're doing this because they want to make a career out of this. So my business partner that I have now, he needed me just as much as I needed him. He had a difficult year group, and I had an ability that I didn't even recognize I have to basically work with that year group. And they responded well to me. And by linking the two of us with my line manager, we become like a triple threat. Do you know what I'm saying? And he was obligated to look after me. So I tried to quit a few times, but he wouldn't let me quit. And if it wasn't him, it was my line manager that would throw something in the works. And before you know it now, and it's like, I clearly must be good at this if I'm getting paid more money. So let me just stay anyway. And it's not affecting anything I've got going on. And by this time, I've already bought maybe 2 yards, maybe 3. So I'm just like, boy, let's see. Maybe I can make a career out of this. But what he could see was that there's a bigger picture, there's a bigger plan to this. He had a vision. And remember, he's in that world deep in. I'm just a bucky in that world. I'm still learning. Till now, even now, I'm still learning. When I look at him now and I see him work, I just sit there and I think to myself, God, you're amazing. You remind me of someone else on the other side of the on road, just amazing in his own way. It's like you're two amazing characters in your own lanes. Like, you're really the guru of this thing. And I'm not going to sit here and say I chose him. I think we chose each other. And we could see the value of each other. His value come in the form of knowing how to deal with all of that world. The social worker, the local authority, I understood this world because the youths that you're dealing with are no different from me, male and female. So when you combine the two, you pattern that, I pattern this, we both look great. Now, he's lucky that I have a block mentality. The block mentality being, play your role for the squad. You know your place.
Team player.
Be the team player. If D's on doing the year, I'll be doing the. He will then do the. I never once wanted to be head teacher. I was happy to be his guy for whatever that makes this thing work. Now, when we look at this from a sociological perspective, that's how a place or a business functions. Everybody plays their role. If you play your role effectively, the whole system functions efficiently. But when you decide that you no longer want to play your role, things then don't move smoothly. Between you and I said to you today, we're doing Gabz TV, Backchat, whatever else, but you know this is you and I. Lucas too. Anyone that messages me, I give them your number. I tell them, call Los. Speak to Los. He'll do all of that. Calling me is not making no sense. If I now start trying to do your role, it now affects how we function. You call me and you do the Suge Knight thing, I do the Tupac thing. You're the boss in this industry as far as I'm concerned. You're the main guy. And I have no problem with saying that. And I'm working for you with this. You have a vision for this. Guess what? I don't have the same vision as you. I'm still looking at this and I'm thinking, well, I'm on YouTube. It's an opportunity. let me just see what happens with this. I'm not really too pressed if it does happen or it doesn't happen. I don't really, but you have a bigger vision. And that bigger vision I'm buying into. And I'm accepting, you know what? Los knows what he's doing. So you know what? We're going to wait for Los. If I start moving like I have the vision, we don't function properly. We can't be too many bosses in one situation here. And I'm comfortable with you being the boss. You being the boss of the situation doesn't mean you're my boss. It just means that you know you're the boss of this project. Now, that's no different from when I was going IB for INAPA, all of that, and I would leave you with the year. Now, as far as I'm concerned, I've left you with the year. By the time I finish my 2-week holiday, I'm coming back, and how much am I seeing? Now, again, I've come into this game not different from I've come into the school game. I didn't come into this game needing. I'm doing this because you see something in me, and I can appreciate that you see something in me. Same way I saw something in you as far as that, which is what allowed me to know that anytime I go away and I got to do something, Los, sort that out. I know by the time I come back, my money's ready. Now, if you want to start talking about you're getting booked for £200-300, whatever else, you want me to start jumping up about it, I can't. Me and you have done things, and you know the amount of money. Let's be serious. You know what I'm saying? Now, I've picked you, you've picked me, but the history that we have, I don't even need to sign a contract with you. If you want to, I can sign it. Whatever you want me to sign, there's a point there, I'll sign it. But Los, game is game. This is loyalty, bro. I'm from the block. If they didn't respect the loyalty there, I respect it different. Remember, I embrace ends completely different from other people. Do you know what I'm saying? So there's no different from when I joined him. I've joined my business partner, and let me not lie to you. I was offered a job here, there. Just last week, I got offered another job. I ain't even told him yet. Funny enough, I always tell him. Well, I don't tell him, I tell my other business partner. We're all three of us together. And she always laughs because she knows I ain't going nowhere. And they've offered me more money. But it's loyalty, bruh. I've been with these guys. You have to remember, if a large part of me being able to acquire the yards that I did was because he helped me out. And that's not because he gave me pocket money. He just did certain things for me that for me, has put me in a position where I can. So you think I'm going to betray him for what? For a few more grand or whatever else? He heart different. He didn't ask nothing from me. He didn't want nothing from me. What do you want me to say? So again, I can sit here and say there's a formula to picking a business partner, but that'll be me chatting shit. Mine is just based on my feelings towards that person and how you've dealt with me, how I then deal with you. And that's just the bottom line. I have no, when you tell me to do this, I say, yeah. You think you're not the only person that's told me to do something like this? Definitely. What have I said? One or two of them, yeah, but then generally, no. I don't. Like, but with you, it's like, boy, I know Los gonna do this. It's calm. Backchat's no different. Andy hit me up. Andy's one of my set. So I know, whatever the case may be, yeah, calm, I can do this. Do you know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. When you have a block mentality and you understand, and when you understand the science behind the block, you can truly appreciate the people that come from there. In actual fact, you know what you do? If you was Coca-Cola, you would go to that block, go and pick one of them, take them, mold them, and keep them with you. For life, you got one behind you. For life, locked in. Because we can go jail for nothing for a brother. Imagine if it was now for something. Locked in. And money didn't buy that. It weren't nothing to do with no money. So when I'm listening to certain music and I'd be like, let's say Marks, I don't dick ride, never gonna switch sides. He's speaking where he's coming from, but those words resonate to people like me. I don't care where you are in the world or what set you come from, whatever else. I know where I'm from, bro. And where I'm from, they might not be this, it might not be that, but it's where I'm from. And there's a group of people that I grew up with that I'm never gonna forget. I have a different relationship with them, even if I don't talk to them all the time. You know? So with him, with you, with my other business partner, you know, and with my own people that I do private things with, you know, sometimes it's coming from a deeper personal place, and I'd love to share those stories with you, but you know, we have time restrictions. But then sometimes it's based on the fact that I know you can make money with me and I can make money with you. But let me not lie to you, I'm signing contracts with those people because you're not one of the bros them. I was talking to about this the other day with a few of the crew members. Is it called crew or cast? What's the cast? Cast is the people on the show. The crew is the other one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, with the crew members. And I was telling them, they was talking about jail time and all that. And I was like, sometimes, yeah, when you're making money with someone, yeah, you actually genuinely think you are bros, that you're locked in. But what you're not actually realizing is that all you did was make money with that person. That's all you did. But the money now make you feel like you're blood in, blood out until it goes left. And then before you know it now, and that was with the boys and all that kind of situation. Now it's all the snitching and that. Dry snitching, bait snitching, however you want to do it. But you see, that situation there, you're a fool to think that that person wouldn't. Why did you think because you made money with the person that you wanted to bros them? That you understand this code that is in you? You wasn't from the end, you just lived there. We embraced it different. You was a resident. We was from here. And we had a way of doing things. You think that Rodney, I do something with Rodney, it goes left, that Rodney's gonna go and put me in it. But we'll both go and sit down. But you compared your relationship with the bros them the same way you do with someone that you just make money with. How? Before the money, we locked in is different. The money just makes it more beautiful. You ain't locked in with that twat. I'm not talking about anyone in particular, so don't start thinking I'm drawing anyone out. You ain't locked in with that guy, whoever the guy is. You just made money with the guy. And you made tens and thousands of pounds and there and there and there. But the truth is, it's just the money that keeps us feeling like we all together and that. I got real brothers somewhere. What do you want me to say? So I can hang around with you guys and I can laugh and I can joke and whatever else. But I'm not expecting you to ride on some, yeah, I don't dick ride, never gonna switch sides. I expect you to switch sides. All we did was make money. The moment that the money stops coming out, you're gonna find another person to go and make money with. And then you're gonna be bros with them.
Yeah. Phone calls stop coming in.
Phone calls stop coming in. Then what do? The friends that have always, like the bros them that you know as the bros them. Oh yeah, we're back again. What's wrong with you, man? Like, but we're gonna allow you to leave and think that, you know, you're doing something special. You know where you're from. We'll see you on the block. If you remember where we are. You know what I'm saying? So it's and again, like I said, someone messaged me £900 to do the whatever I was telling you. I said, cool, lows. Oh, it's a business opportunity for you. You can do this right now. I'm just looking at the thing, thinking to myself, let alone what I've made yesterday. Do you know how much?
That's it then. Let's leave it on that point, bro. Make sure you subscribe, like.
Lows.
You know how it go.
2 weeks. How much? I don't even want to go into the figures.
Well, that's, yeah.
How much I came back to from you from 2 weeks? What was that, 19? 18?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Now you say £900 now, I'm going to now dick ride to start switching sides. Come on, man. This thing is beyond money, bro. You ain't going to change this. If I said I'm messing with Los, I'm messing with Los. This is what we're doing. You want to bring something to the table? Chat to him. I'll give you his number. Then he'll let me know. Because the honest truth, I don't want to hear from you. I don't want to know. I'm just trying to have a good time. The business part, I don't want to be involved.
Unqualified heroes coming soon.
Come on.
Bless up.
Come on.